now. So one way we close this deficit is to stop all this fraud. You got to cut costs. One of the ways to cut costs is fraud. American taxpayers want to make sure that their resources and money is spent appropriately. Mr. Secretary, can you walk us through the efforts that you guys are going through right now, your team is going through right now to solve this problem?
Well, as you know, President Trump has made it a priority of his administration to stop the waste, fraud, abuse, and corruption that we've seen for so long in the federal government. And we're honored to be a part of the White House task force to combat this fraud that the vice president is leading. And DOL plays a significant role in this because administering the unemployment insurance system throughout the country has just been riddled with fraud. So during the pandemic, we saw around $900 billion go out to really help Americans that had lost their job related to the pandemic. But looking back, out of that $900 billion, over $135 billion of that was stolen, fraud, taken from the American people, taken from the tax people, and it was done through sophisticated criminal rings. And it was also done just by people who were completely taking advantage of the systems, because we rely on the states to do a lot of the identification and verification checks. And what we saw was fraud was rampant. The money was just going out the door. Nobody was checking. And we're tired in this administration of pay first and verify later. So that's a very big part of what we're changing. But really just to drill down on how bad this fraud was, and $135 billion is one of the largest taxpayer thefts in U.S. history. It got so easy that people in prison, Social Security numbers related to people in prison, were getting unemployment insurance. Children under the age of 14 got over $1.3 billion in unemployment insurance. And we know that doesn't work, because to get unemployment insurance, you have to lose your job and be eligible to work. So dead people were getting unemployment insurance. Thousands of people over the age of 115 years old were getting unemployment insurance. And we believe the oldest person in the U.S. is around 114 and 115. That's one person, not thousands. But I believe the most egregious example of this, just to show you how rampant the fraud was, somebody with a birth date of the year 2154 was able to apply for unemployment insurance and get it. So we're doing everything we can now twofold. Number one, to stop this fraud from occurring, to stop making it so easy for criminals or those who want to take advantage of our system to be able to just go online and apply for unemployment insurance or steal Social Security numbers and be able to get it. And number two, prosecute through our Inspector General, who's Anthony D'Esposito. His main mission now is to go after criminally these people who stole our hard-earned taxpayer money. So unemployment insurance fraud was rampant. And to your point, we are doing everything we can, not only to stop the fraud, but start to get the money back.
So, Mr. Secretary, you said $900 billion was ultimately put forward in this, $135 billion, which I don't know, 15, 17% of it was stolen. These were not mistakes. These were not, that $135 billion were not people that just got confused and filled out the wrong form, or a government employee just got confused and approved it. This was, you believe, actually an act of theft from the American people, sir?
These were deliberate actions to steal Social Security numbers, file them in multiple states. You know, when you get unemployment, it's for one employer in the state you live in. We saw one Social Security number apply for unemployment insurance across the country. We saw pools of stolen Social Security numbers file in over 40 plus states. So these were by criminal actors who knew what they were doing, whether creating getting Social Security numbers, creating fake companies, creating fake email addresses. And the sad part about it, or maybe not the surprising part about it, our foreign adversaries also took advantage of this. So we were seeing from everywhere from North Korea to places in Africa to China stealing U.S. Social Security numbers, creating either fake companies or linking them up to companies where these people worked, applying for unemployment insurance, and taking that money out of the country, or gangs taking this money to launder money or to buy weapons or to buy drugs. We even saw a really just ridiculous example where unemployment insurance money was stolen to build and operate a restaurant, and then they used SNAP fraudulent money to actually buy the food. So the fraud just got so out of control, and that's what President Trump is here to eliminate through this task force and making sure that it doesn't happen again by really clamping down on the states to make sure that they have these identification systems in place, using biometrics, using AI, actually making people who are applying for this unemployment insurance have ID and verification check. And that just wasn't happening. This whole notion of we'll pay you and then we'll verify you later never works, and it's over in the Trump administration.